Well, hi Sagittarius. Thanks for coming back and getting your October bonus read. We're going to just jump right in. I work full-time. I have a full-time job. So when I come home, I have to cook dinner and do all the things as a mom and a wife. And then when I get a moment, this is where I come and this is what I do. So excuse all of this. By the time I get home, everything's off and I'm a mess. So you're not here to see me anyway, right? So let's see what we got for you, Sag. All right. We have the first house. What people see and the impression you give. We have the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. And Pisces. The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. We have a picture of the fish here in the water. I don't know if you can see that very well. Well, I'm still working with this light here, so have patience with me. So we'll jump right in here. What do we have for the first house? What people see and the impression you give. Got a woman looking into a mirror, looking at a reflection. You know, some people believe that everything that goes on outside of us is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So that's a interesting impression. We have temperance, patience. That's Sagittarius energy right there. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Some burdens getting a little bit easier here in the 10th house of achievements. And under Pisces, we have the moon in reverse, which is so fucking weird because the moon is the planet for Pisces in reverse. So, my kid's sitting here at the table crunching on chicken and I'm about ready. So, anyway. So, we got the moon in reverse. So, with Pisces and the moon in reverse, the energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So let's bring this all together. The first house, what people see and the impression you give under Sagittarius energy with the Temperance card. Calling on you to have some patience, probably patience for yourself. We see this big volcano erupting in the background. So there's been some past chaos, but you've overcome it. And you're trying to find balance. You're dipping your toe in the water, so you're finding a balance, and you've got one foot on the ground. So you're finding the balance of your emotions and your grounded energy. And you are holding 2 cups. So cups are loving emotion. And you're finding the balance of emotion between them. That's beautiful. So what people see and the impression you give is that you're balanced. And that you can overcome. And that you're strong. And you can tolerate most things. The 10th house. Your achievements in the status in the outside world. And you have the 10 of Swords with this in reverse. So there may be things going on in the outside world that you just refuse to be burdened by. Or you can choose not to be burdened by them, because some of these things that we've been experiencing lately can be incredibly overwhelming, and you're just choosing not to allow it to burden you. And I think that's fucking takes an amount of strength. That takes a lot of patience here, and strength to not allow things in the outside world to affect your inner world and burden you and become a conflict. And then you have Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. And you have the moon in reverse here. So you're not going to be, let's see, you're not going to be deceived because you don't have all the information. Not everything is brought to light. You know this. You have a very clear understanding that you don't have all the information and not everything is seen with clarity. So you are having compassion. And you are being able to forgive people for not knowing what they don't know. Let's get a little bit more confirmation on this. Temperance, the Sagittarius energy. Patience. What people see and the impression you give. Resilience. That's the impression you give. You're resilient. And we've got the Seven of Swords. You know what to take and what to leave behind. You don't feel the need to take everything that's there with you. You take what you need and you leave behind what you don't. The Six of Cups. You have a generous spirit. People see you as that generous spirit. They see you very giving, very loving. You're not a taker. Actually, you're incredibly humble from what I'm seeing. And I see the children in this card, so I'm not sure if you're dealing with anything regarding your children. But you also have this King of Cups. So this is, again, very loving energy. Incredibly loving, guiding, nurturing, emotionally fulfilling, strength in love, finding strength in vulnerability, even in the capacity to love. I'm kind of wishing I had a Sagittarius like that in my life right now. All right, so you got your 10th house with this 10 of Wands in reverse. No longer carrying a burden. Where when it comes to the outside world. And that's confirmed by the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups upright means you're pretty disenchanted and brokenhearted and you're walking away from something. But in the reverse position, you are keeping your pace. You're not going to let anything in the outside world decide whether you stay or you go. You're not going to be affected. You are standing strong and Could you make a little bit more noise while I'm doing a video? Stop. Kids. I could use some of your Sagittarius energy right now. You're not going to be affected like me by anything. Nothing's going to make you move. Nothing's going to make you budge. You also have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Something may be affecting your time, energy, and your resources. You may have lost a job. You may be feeling under the pressure of finances or resources or your time or your energy. But you also have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is powerful. That you may have a Leo. Queen of Wands sometimes is a fire energy woman. Sometimes a Leo. You Sagittarius or Aries. And she's incredibly knowledgeable and powerful. The Queen of Wands knows exactly what it is she needs to do. She is incredible. Look, she's a smart cookie. She's not going to let anybody push her around. She knows the facts. And she's not going to be misleaded or misguided. And that could be masculine energy too. It just turns out it's the Queen of Wands. What do we got for this moon card? What do we have for this moon energy? It's confirmed by the Hierophant. And also could be Taurus energy. The Hierophant is someone who is well respected and someone that people listen to. They're usually in a position of power where they have great influence. When the Hierophant speaks, people listen. These are traditions. This is the Hierophant is very traditional energy. Older belief systems, things that people adhere to. But they have an incredible amount of influence, and people tend to listen when they speak. You have the Nine of Swords. All right, so the Nine of Swords has a woman on a bed, and the bed is luxurious. It's very comfortable, but she's tormented by these swords. It's a mental type of torment. Things that keep you up at night, things that keep you awake, anxiety, frustration. So you may be experiencing a little bit of that, or quite a bit of that. And then you have the Sun in reverse, which is interesting here with the Moon in reverse. It seems like nobody wants to give clarification. Nobody wants to be transparent. Nobody wants to say exactly what it is that's going on. And you realize this. You have understanding of this. You know that something's being hidden. So, and I have a feeling that you're wanting to speak out against this or about this. I don't know if you have a forum of your own. I don't know if you're a fellow influencer, but I really feel that you are compelled with love and compassion to speak out against things that you don't believe are right. I gotta give you kudos, because I feel like this is a strangely specific reading for a Sagittarius, and I am 100% behind you, because this feels extremely guided, and it feels like it's extremely focused and it's precise. This, like, nothing that you're doing here in the second half of October isn't by accident. And I'm gonna get an extra card for you from the Akashic Tarot as an extra guidance card. What does Sagittarius need to know for the second half of October? What does Sagittarius need to know for the second half of October? The Waterfall. I think this is beautiful for you. After this reading, this is the perfect card for you. So the Waterfall. Isn't it beautiful? Do you see this? Do you see this? How beautiful this scene is? This water is landing into a beautiful serene pool below with forestry, foliage all around it. There's a bit of a prism in the water. But there is extreme pressure. A waterfall has an intense amount of pressure that beats down into that beautiful serene pool. And I feel like that you're going to be feeling a whole lot of fucking pressure, but you're going to come out of this looking beautiful, speaking your truth, and you're going to be authentic and genuinely you. I don't think you can do it any other way. Whoever this is for, I commend you. I support you. If you need any additional help, my email's in the description, and I wish you the best of luck going forward. Like, subscribe, read the notification bell. If it didn't resonate for you, maybe the next one will. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and have a wonderful night.